Hi everybody, we're back for the new moon reading in March for the 13th, and the new moon is in Pisces. I'm actually doing this reading today. It's the day of the new moon. I usually do it a couple of days ahead of time or a day ahead of time. Try to get it up on my YouTube because it takes like 3 or 4 hours, but I didn't do it that way this time. Instead, I'm doing it today. So it'll be up on YouTube in a few hours, and then I'll put it up on my pages. But I think it's good to do something a little different. And, you know, the energy supports it. So the new moon is in Pisces, and it really is about moving forward with joy and excitement, and shedding off some of that old crap that we've been carrying probably over the winter, over the last year actually. It's been a challenging year. It's been an interesting year. There's been a lot that have created changes in everybody's lives, and had us reflecting on things, and we've been encouraged to move in directions that feed our passions and keep us in flow. And really this moon is all about that stuff. It's in Pisces, so it's an emotional sign, right? Because Pisces is water, it's emotion. It's on the 13th, and 13 represents that feminine energy, that intuition, the divine feminine, you know, going within and seeing what it is that makes us really truly happy. And that's honestly what this moon is about. Let's make our plans moving forward from this point on, and new moons are about new beginnings that give us joy and bring us excitement and all of these things. And so what I'm going to do today is something a little different. I've actually got on, you know, I chose things a particular way. I've had quite an interesting month. I've had quite an interesting week, but I have made choices today to pull in a little extra joy. So I picked out my amber jewelry because that works with my sacral chakra, and that works with my solar chakra. So that's about joy and nurturing that inner child and creativity. And I picked orange to wear because, you know, I'm ready for that warmth from the sun. I'm ready for spring, which I'm really hoping we get a nice early one. Early and stays nice. I think that's overdue for a lot of us. But yeah, I'm just really trying to pull in that joy. I often, I use affirmations a lot, and one of the things that I do when I use affirmations is I pull in a feeling, because I feel like you need to connect to the heart and the mind in order to have the light bulb go off and really start to move with that. So it's not enough to tell myself I'm happy. I need to pull in those feelings of joy, even if I have to go back a bit to remember what that feels like. And I really feel like that's what this moon is telling us to do. Pull in those feelings of joy, really move forward with that joy in things that bring us joy. So today I want this card read to be fun. And not that they aren't always, because I personally love doing the card reads. I love that piece of my spirituality. I think the cards are beautiful, and that in itself is fun for me. But I really want it to be more about us getting some positive affirmations, and sort of the fun aspect of it. So I think I'm going to pull 3 positive affirmations from the Dolphin Mermaid deck. And I was thinking I was only going to pull one of these cards, but we'll see how that feels after I pull one. All right, so yes, again, universal 5-year movement, chaos. Last month we were asked to take these changes that we've either made ourselves or that have been kind of dumped on us that we didn't have any choice about, and create movement, create change within our lives, or however we're going about that, but doing that from a place of compassion and love and kindness, and so this new moon is asking us to also bring in that joy. So really making those decisions in our life that are going to bring us that joy. New things. Spring is coming. It's the new moon. Newness. So let's pull the card off the top here from the Deviant Moon deck. And we have the King of Wands. So wands are about the journey. And if you look here at the king, you'll see that his wand is nice and bloomed, right? The journey, growth, life, bloom. So as far as the rod goes, there's life in that journey. And then you see around the king all these little children, you know, and they're drawn to the king because obviously there's something in this king's journey that radiates out, that gives us the life, the bloom, the beauty that these kids are drawn to. So creating something for ourselves that then goes outward, maybe given to the world. Maybe, you know, maybe I know for me personally, I want to be able to give back. I remember years ago, even clearing my land to get set up. When I was cutting all the trees, it was in my head that if I'm taking all of this away to create my station where I'm going to live, then I want to be able to put as much back as I can. So I planted bushes and trees and flowers, and I wanted to give back. Maybe I couldn't give back as much as I'd taken, but I wanted to give back as much as I could. So maybe we're all looking at things right now that aren't necessarily ways that we can, I know last year it was a lot of looking at, you know, ways that we could shift our lives so that we could move with this new flow and somehow create abundance for us if there had been shifts with the lockdowns and with jobs being taken away from people and things like that. So maybe now we're looking at how we can create something that feels good to us, that helps us to kind of put out and give back a little bit. So that's something to think about. What part of the journey are we looking at that we're wanting to give? And, you know, it can be, you could be thinking of ways to be more involved with your family or your children, or you could be thinking of ways to be more involved with the community. You could be thinking of ways to be more involved with the world. Who knows? But whatever it is that you may be thinking, there's life in that journey. So go with it. Roll with it. Roll with it. So I think we're going to pull one more card out from that, and then I think we're going to just do 3 positive affirmations from the Dolphin Mermaid deck. So I hope everybody has had a good March. Where I'm at, we have seemed to be getting some decent weather. Not that it was a hard winter, it was actually fairly mild, honestly. But I feel like it was a hard winter for a lot of us in a lot of other ways. And kind of a serious winter, a little dark. There's just been a lot of energy going on in the last year that doesn't always feel good. It's been, you know, it's been an interesting year, hasn't it? And then as we come into this year, you know, the chaos, and we've seen things being chaotic out there and probably in here. I know I have. I've seen chaos in my own life and chaos out there. So 5 years. And with the 5-year again, I just want to say this because with that movement, there is that chance of biting off more than you can chew, feeling like you're pulled in too many directions, and not really being able to dedicate the proper time to any one thing. Really, literally biting off more than you can chew. So be aware of that with all that movement and wanting to move into all of these things. Try to be aware of that. And with this new moon, we're really being asked to look at those things that actually really move us and make those decisions. So, you know, if it's not really moving you, or if you don't feel in alignment with it, or if it feels like more work than fun, not that life can always be fun, but there should be joy, some sort of joy in everything that we do, and excitement, and something in it should move us in order for us to really get anything out of it. So, yeah, let's try to rein in that chaotic energy and use that moving energy to our benefit. Really decipher what it is that we're wanting to do, create, move into, focus on, dedicate time to, all of those things. All right, let's see. I think one more shuffle. I always say that though. We'll see what it feels like. Yeah, I think so. Oh, goodness gracious. And here we go with those wands again. So, yeah, the journey. This year, last year there was a lot around balance. And this year it's about really creating that life in the journey. So I think I don't know if we got this upside down last time or if it was upright, but this is upside down, so it's what we're feeling within, right? I think we might have gotten that last time too, but not sure, don't quote me on it. So this is the wands, it's upside down, it's what we're feeling internally. So again, if you look at this wand, right, there's a lot of life in it. That's actually opening up. It's blooming into the flower, like coming into full bloom. And then you see there's the support system around us. There's some life in those wands. And remember last month we talked about how it's not about us having more and others having less, or about us giving our power over we have less to somebody who has more, right? It's the merging of this. It's the getting together with like minds. It's the building people. It's helping to build each other up. It's discussing our ideas and helping to kind of pull things into flow. When you do that with people, it really gets a movement going. And we are in a 5 year. So if we can create movement in a positive direction, with life in our journey, to bloom it into what it is that we're wanting, or what it is that we foresee in our mind's eye that we're wanting, then that's really a positive thing. I said last month, a lot of times I'll get together, I call them all my kids because I love them all, but I've been blessed. My son has some wonderful friends that I've watched grow up, and they've stayed close, and I just love these kids. They're like my own. And one of his best friends will come over, and we all have coffee, and we all talk about our ideas, the things that we envision, what we want, what gets us excited, where we've met some resistance, and we all kind of build each other up, and we sort of work that up, and we contemplate and we talk, and it's really nice. So if you can find people of like minds, and you take that time and you spend time with those people, talking about the things that move you, there's so much insight that other people lend to things, and it just becomes a very uplifting way to kind of keep moving yourself forward in the right direction. So definitely, it's been a very secluded year for a lot of people. It's time really to get together with people. It really is time to get together with people, share, talk, build, enjoy, get that love out there, really get out of that hermit space that we've been in. So if you look at both of our cards, it's all about more than just us, right? We're seeing people around the king. We're seeing, you know, all of those hands, all of those wands. It's time to share. I think we're in a time where sharing can really help us with our own movement, and it can help us help others with theirs. It's a give and take. It's a nice flow. So yeah, let's really focus on sharing, spending time with those that we love, get out of that hermit energy, help build each other up, go towards those things that move us, that make us feel good, and really work to getting that bloomed right out there. And we're missing it. We had that very secluded year. We're ready. We're ready. And you know what? We deserve it. If we can get together at Walmart with 200 people, then we can get together at our kitchen table with the people that we love. And we can have a barbecue with the people that we love. Seriously. I mean, there's no logic in a lot of this stuff. If you can be in a crowded Walmart, you can have a barbecue and share some coffee and some dreams and some upbeat conversation and some love and some support with the people in your life. It's time. It's time, and we're seeing it. So let's start enjoying life. We deserve joy. All right, so now let's take the Dolphin Mermaid deck. I love this deck. It's beautiful. Let's get some really, I think those were positive cards, very positive and affirming that, you know, the best way to move into a journey and creating that which has life in it is it's a shared journey. It's shared. You share. That's where the movement is. It's where the joy is. You know, what good would we can have so many things and die alone and be miserable, but be surrounded by amazing things. But we can be surrounded by amazing people and feel full even if we don't have a lot of things. And we can really bring something to each other's lives. People are more important than things. You know, I think a lot of that has been lost. People get really worried about what they've got, how many things. We were asked last year to balance stuff out. How much do we need? How much do we need to pay for? Balance out our finances. Balance those things out. And yeah, I just think in order to get the things that we want, it really does include the people that we love. It's a shared thing. And we've all been, the world has been in the energy of busy so long, busy to work 80 hours just to pay the mortgage, that a lot of times those people, your family, your friends, get put on hold because so busy scraping to make the ends meet. And I think a nice shift would be really being able to dedicate time to those people and our pets and our loved ones, so that feels fulfilling. Then we can really enjoy whatever things we want, you know? Have a nice boat, fill it with people, and go boating. You know, not just you, or not just you and someone, but really you and the people that you care about. And if we all start making time for people, then there'll be time to do that. But it has to be like a priority. I'm going to take the card off the top, see what our positive affirmation is. Blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. We got that a lot last year. And with the last moon reading, we did get that moon was about something is happening with a major change. Either you're creating the change or a change got dumped on you that you have to maneuver through. And so we were asked to maneuver with those changes, to create movement, as I had said earlier, in a really positive, compassionate way. And we're being assured right now that we're in the midst of blessed change. So a major life change brings you great blessings. So however you're viewing this, like I've had so many changes over the last year. We've had changes imposed on us, and then we've had to make changes, and then probably make more changes, and then you know, in my family, we just had a change that transpired that wasn't asked for, but it is part of life. And you know, lots of changes, and I think a lot of people are going through a lot of changes. But to keep positive, remember it's blessed, and let's move forward with that movement and continue forward, creating our own blessed change. I think we have to move with it. Like I was saying with the last card read, for me, I get an idea, I put it out there, I think, I kind of focus, I feel, I talk with people about it, and then I kind of look for the breadcrumbs. Then I find the synchronicities, and then that's validating, and then I create more change. So, blessed changes. Let's focus in on the blessed changes and create that positive blessed change to make the journey all of these beautiful bloomed wands that we really do want to see. We saw last month that we really all just want something simplistic and beautiful. Let's work towards that, something simplistic and beautiful. All right, I'm gonna pull 3 of these because I think we deserve 3 nice positive affirmations. It's not always easy. Change isn't always easy. I mean, a lot of us are afraid of letting go of old stuff. Some of the old stuff doesn't need to be let go of. Some of it's good. It's figuring out what's good and what's not. What serves us and what doesn't. What's positive and what's, you know, creating resistance. I think as we come into spring, it's a little easier for us to kind of really get a good feel of that. Winter does something to us. Puts us in that hibernation, withdrawn mode. At least it does me. I mean, I think humans have a little something in common with bears. Bears go into hibernation. I think people do too. I know I certainly do. Now it's time to step out, really create some movement, decide what's important, decide what feels good, and move with that. All right, I feel like one more and we'll be there. My cards are getting worn. Okay, so we'll take this one. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. So, I love this card. I think of this all the time. Like you till up the soil, you feed the soil, right? You get it all fluffy and aerated, and then you plant the seeds, cover them up gently. You water the soil, you make sure the sun is shining on it, you make sure that it's well taken care of, and you wait, and then things come up. I feel like we were all doing that last year. We were really getting our garden made. We were, you know, pouring that foundation. We were getting that foundation made, and we've been working hard towards things. And I know that last year I was a little stretched thin, trying to put the energy in too many places, and I've really kind of focused in on what is my dream, what is it that's my dream, and where, and I personally have decided to do a few things to put some extra time into that dream and not feel so stretched thin everywhere else. I don't want to give up on that dream. That's my dream. It's my dream. And I'm staying optimistic. I am staying optimistic. This will happen. And I love this. I love this card. I think it's great for all of us. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. All right? So really think about what it is that you're wanting, what it is that is going to honestly be that blessed change that's blooming into these wands that we're really feeling, and we're really wanting to move towards. So think about what it is. Stay optimistic. You may have several things going on in your life. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to have several things going on in your life that you're building towards something. But really think about what it is that you're wanting. Stay optimistic. Create that positive flow around it. I think we're coming into something better. We're coming into some different energy. There's definitely some different energy coming in. Let's see what our third card is. I really like the cards that we've gotten. I usually do. I mean, I'm not one to ever, complain. Even when it says something like, you're burning up your money, what are you doing? Pay attention. I think that's positive. It's nice to have things brought to our attention. But this has been a really positive reading so far. We're seeing blooms in the journey. We're seeing support in the journey. We're being told we're having a blessed change, and we're being told to really stay positive in that blessed change is coming. Stay positive, stay optimistic. Things are about to happen. It's exciting. We really need those exciting reads that are just full of optimism and positivity. It's good for us. It's good for us. It's good for me. I know that much. All right. Oh, I messed up the cards because my hands are funky. I think I need to get some little cards. Make it a little easier on my hands. Alright, let's see what this top card is. You're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. So we're being helped. We may not be seeing the results just yet. That happens, right? We just talked about how we plant that garden. But we need to... Heaven's helping us, even if we're not seeing the results just yet, we're being helped. We need to stay optimistic. Stay optimistic. We're almost there. We're almost there. There are changes that are blessed. It's helping us with all of this. Blessed changes. It's definitely life in those wands. There's definitely life in those wands. It's pulling those people, that support system. Be a support system to others as well. Oh, that was upside down. We feel it inside. We do. We feel it. Let's get together with those that feel it with us. The community can really go a long way in building dreams. So I feel like we had a really good card reading. It's the new moon, new beginnings, new beginnings. It's the new moon in Pisces. It really is about creating what it is that you're wanting with that optimism and that positivity and moving forward with some joy. So let's do that. We deserve that. We absolutely deserve that. All right, you guys. So until next time, I will see you. Have a wonderful new moon, and I'll see you for the full moon. All right, take care.